We all want to be ball hawks. Just bring down every opportunity we see in the air and just bring it down. That's really all it comes down to. And if we do in practice, it obviously translates to the games.
Domani, you were able to have a bunch of freshmen playing around you in this game, a lot of guys that got playing time. What did you see from them in this game?
I mean, it was great, honestly. Like, yeah, we rotated, but, I mean, it's just all about experience. I mean, y'all seen the score. And it was just all about them getting in and just having a feel for the game, you know? Which, I mean, it's exciting. And just coming straight out of high school and they playing already first game. Like, there's not really that many freshmen that get the opportunity to do it. And, shoot, we had our whole court pretty much go in. So, I mean, it's just exciting just seeing their smiles on and off the field, just, you know, it's exciting.
Does that affect practice the next day with all of the guys being able to get in? Was there like kind of a different energy with everybody getting to play?
No, not at all. No.
Domani, everybody's making an adjustment to a different defense this year, but you're making a different kind of adjustment because you're coming from a different school.
Yeah.
What's the adjustment to this system been like for you?
I mean, truthfully, it was like all the same defense, honestly. Every coverage we had is pretty much all the same. ASC was just a lot of split coverage, so it was different, but here we just play just normal. I'm not going to say what coverage we're going, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. How is it, what about terminology? I mean, has that been different at least? Or?
Not necessarily. I mean, ball is just ball. They use different words is what you're saying, yes, but concepts, that's different wording and just stuff like that. But I mean, ball is still ball. Just a few adjustments with linebackers, linemen.
How about pre-snap communication in the secondary? Obviously, Malachi has been around a long time, and it's easier for a safety to communicate because he's in the middle of the field. Do you feel confident communicating too?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you just say what you see, and the whole defense knows what we preach during practices and translate to the game. I mean, they do the same stuff we practice like during our practice times and just translates to the game. So if we see some emotion, we already know what they're going to get into just based off of practice.
For a young guy like Red Morgan to be out there over the weekend, what impressed you about his game and his performance?
Just coming down wanting to hit. You know, that boy was flying down from 12 yards down, just throwing his whole body. And we was all on the sidelines like, dang, like Red's trying to come down and really hit somebody. And, you know, Red always gets his opportunity to the ball. He always finds the ball. That's one thing about Red. He always finds the ball.
What have you seen out of some of the younger guys now that they have a game under their belt?
Yeah, they're just all, like I said, excited and just want to improve. They just ask questions every time they come to the sideline, just seeing what I did here, how did I do this, how do I do that, and I just give them my knowledge. And actually, we have iPads so we can see what happens now, so we just tell them what they should do and what they shouldn't do.
Yeah, Kane kind of issued a challenge to these guys that, hey, played your first game, that's nice, but now you got to raise the level.
Exactly. That's all he preaches, man. It's never good enough, which is honestly true. I mean, our defense is all about getting interceptions and takeaways. And I mean, we had 2, which is great, but I mean, obviously, we can get more.
What stuck out to you about Zabian being able to be a true freshman and get that start next to you on the other side of the field?
I mean, me and Zabian been playing together since we was, well, I was I think a sophomore, and he was 8th grade, just coming down to workouts and stuff like that. So I knew Zabian was always a baller. Like hearing his name growing up, all throughout California, and just seeing that he's going to be next man up, and he was at Monterey, and now he's here.
Was there ever a moment in practice with Ryan Williams that you were like, man, this dude is different? Like, there's something special about this dude.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, our whole receiving core is different, right? But Ryan showcased his talent, and we knew he was going to showcase his talent on the go balls. And I mean, if Ryan gets separation, no one's going to catch him.
Was Zabian already committed when you decided to transfer?
Yeah.
Tell me about that conversation.
I mean, obviously he came to SC, and I just knew his heart was here. He didn't want to go to SC, and he committed, and yeah, here we are, both back together.
Did you hear from a lot of
Two
people
more for Domani.
Did you hear from a lot of people back home when you guys were the 2 starters on Saturday?
I mean, not really, but everybody was tagging us on social media, and they kind of, yeah.
Domani, what have you seen about South Florida as far as their pace goes on offense?
I mean, they're a great team. They're tempo, and we just got to match them.
What are y'all doing to prepare for that pace?
We just tempo at practice. Like it's non-stop at practice, so that's the only way we can practice for them.
All good. Thanks, y'all.